for not coming here. From one temple, they were behind me. Oh, 1,000 people are coming here. Please come here. And another center, they were like, we're going for a yatra, Panihati yatra. You must come. I said, I have an important place to go, so I'll not come. It's a very, very amazing festival. Last 2 weeks, I was in Mayapur, very near Panihati. Very, very beautiful place on the banks of Ganga. So that is the place where this wonderful pastime took place. Very wonderful. One of our Goswamis, Raghunath Das Goswami, very, very great. So this personality, he wanted to attain Lord Chaitanya's eternal service. So when Lord Chaitanya came to Shantipur, again, it's near Mayapur. So Raghunath Das Goswami ran there to meet Lord Chaitanya. So after going there, Lord Chaitanya said, Abhi nahi aa sakta. Now you go home, externally be a materialist, internally be a devotee. So this is what all the grihasthas are expected to do. Doesn't matter externally what is your job, but internally one has to be a devotee. And Raghunath Das Goswami tried his best to do that. And one day, near his place in Panihati, Nityananda Prabhu came. And when he got to know Nityananda Prabhu has come from his house, he ran to meet Nityananda Prabhu. Now it is so wonderful. He goes there and Nityananda Prabhu is sitting very far. From far, Raghunath Das Goswami is offering his obeisances and his prayers. So one of the associate of Nityananda Prabhu, he told, Raghunath has come. And Nityananda Prabhu says, Chor, that thief has come. You know why Nityananda Prabhu was calling Raghunath Das Goswami as thief? Anyone knows? Yes.
Because he was trying to approach Mahaprabhu without approaching directly approaching Mahaprabhu.
Very good. So wonderful. Yes. Actually, when it comes to approach, who is the Lord Chaitanya is whose treasure? Nityananda Prabhu's treasure. It is his wealth. Lord Chaitanya is the wealth of Lord Nityananda. If someone goes to directly go and take that treasure, why will Nityananda Prabhu not take an action on him? Therefore, Nityananda Prabhu said, Chor, this person, get him here. And in front of everyone, Lord Nityananda, he showered his mercy on Raghunath Das Goswami. And in his words, he said, today I'll give you a punishment. I'll give you danda. And what is that danda? What is that punishment? Everyone here, all the Vaishnavas who assembled, to everyone you have to feed Chida and Dahi. And that is Chida Dahi. And when Raghunath Das Goswami heard this, he was so happy. He was very rich. His uncle and his father, they would earn 12 lakh gold coins. That is 530 years back. 12 lakh gold coins. If we all sell our kidneys together, still will not get so much. But on a serious note, he was so rich, he immediately called all the shopkeepers and he said, I want chida, that is chipped rice, I want condensed milk, I want dahi, and I want bananas. Today I was seeing how here they're preparing chida dahi. So many fruits and dry fruits and everything. Just for the pleasure of the Lord. So he called all of that. And then he engaged brahmanas. They had huge pots. So in one pot, they soaked chida in dahi. In another pot, they soaked chida in condensed milk. And then camphor was added in both. Then sugar candy was added in both. Then bananas were added. Special bananas. Champakali bananas is what is the name. And then that was mixed nicely. And all the devotees were given two pots. And in those 2 pots, in one pot we have chida dahi, in one pot we have condensed milk and chida. And everyone is holding 2 pots. And on a raised platform, Nityananda Prabhu was sitting with 2 pots. But he told Raghunath Das Goswami that mujhe 4 pots I want, mujhe 4 chahiye. Who will tell no to Nityananda Prabhu? So two pots were kept in front of Nitai and two pots were kept on the side. And Nitai ordered, keep one mat here for sitting. Now, no one knew why he is saying that. So at that time, all the devotees are ready. Just imagine your plate is there in front of your huge feast, and everyone is sitting and you're ready looking at the plate. You're waiting, for a big hari bowl from the senior devotees that, okay, you all can have prasad. So Nityananda Prabhu has not yet told that. So all the devotees are waiting with two pots. Where are they waiting? There's so many lakhs of people who assembled at one go. So Nityananda Prabhu, his associates close by, and then everyone till the banks of Ganga were standing. Sitting, then standing. And it is described, place was so less, people started standing in the waters of Ganga. Some climbed the trees and they're sitting on the trees. And everyone, they're having two pots in the hand. And that was the time when Nityananda Prabhu, by his devotional potency, he invoked the presence of Lord Chaitanya. It is described only fortunate ones were able to see Lord Chaitanya. Only very fortunate ones. And Nityananda Prabhu, he made Lord Chaitanya sit on that asan and he started feeding Lord Chaitanya. And then Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is feeding Nityananda Prabhu. And both of them, they're walking in the entire group of devotees. And from each pot, they're taking and feeding each other. And everyone is wondering, Prasad, ja kahan hai? Because Nitai is feeding, only Nityananda Prabhu is visible. Lord Chaitanya is not visible. And then finally, they came back and sat. And finally, Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, Hari Bol! Hari Bolo! This is how everyone loudly shouted. And they started having Chida Dahi. Now, the remnants of Chida Dahi of Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya was still there. Nityananda Prabhu gave it to Raghunath Das Goswami. Can you imagine getting the remnants of Gauranga and Nityananda? So Raghunath Das Goswami, he took and he distributed to all the devotees there. Akele Marsi ne le sabko distributed. He distributed. And like this, finally, when the entire festival was over, Raghunath Das Goswami, in confidence, in a solitary place, he approached Nityananda Prabhu and he started offering prayers to Nityananda Prabhu. Very beautiful prayer. He said, Adhama pamara mui hina jiva dhama mora ichha hai paya chaitanya charana. He said, I'm the most fallen, I'm the most sinful. But I have a desire. What is your desire? I want to attain the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. And only by your blessing this is possible. Please bless me. And then in front of everyone, Nityananda Prabhu, he kept his lotus feet on Raghunath Das Goswami. All the devotees were so happy. And Nityananda Prabhu said, don't worry. Very soon, you will get eternal residence under the shelter of Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri. And all the devotees were so happy, they all loudly shouted, Hari Om! See, whenever a devotee receives mercy in Chaitanya Charitamrita and Gaur Lila, all the other devotees were just witnessing that they become happy. This is the quality of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava, a devotee, is always very happy when he sees other devotees receiving mercy. When a Vaishnava sees, oh, that devotee is advancing in bhakti, so wonderful, they become very happy. So now when our community is getting built here in Sarjapur, it's very important to imbibe this quality that when we see some devotees advancing in bhakti, we should rejoice. And we should also aspire, by the mercy of the Lord and by the mercy of the advancing devotee, may I also advance. Yes. So if every devotee has this mode, then naturally the entire community will thrive and keep growing and growing and growing. Therefore, this festival is called as Chida Dahi Panihati festival because it took place in Panihati and Chida Dahi was fed to everyone. This is also called as Danda Mahotsav. Why Danda Mahotsav? Yes, everyone got it? Because Nityananda Prabhu punished Raghunath Das Goswami. And what was the punishment? Feed Chida Dahi to everyone. So in this way, Panihati Chida Dahi festival was celebrated. In Panihati, in near Mayapur, I think 4 days before Saturday, I mean Wednesday, they started celebrating Panihati festival. Huge crowd every day is coming, it seems, and their Panihati festival getting celebrated. So when we hear such pastimes, we feel so nice. Yes. When we hear the pastimes of Lord Krishna, when we hear the pastimes of Gauranga, when we hear the pastimes of all the devotees, we feel very nice. We feel very happy. But when we're feeling happy, it's very important to understand that which category of hearer I am, which category of listener am I, which category do I belong to? वो category? मुझे तो लगा था कि सिर्फ बैठ के सुनना है. Category, yes, actually category. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in 10th canto, Parishit Maharaj is speaking to Shukadeva Goswami. Now, what has happened is 9 cantos Shukadeva Goswami spoke, and towards the 9th canto end, in last few shlokas, he finished entire Krishna Leela. And Parishit Maharaj is like, I was waiting for this. It's done. Done. Guru Maharaj ऐसे नहीं कर सकते आप. You have to elaborate. And to request Shukadeva Goswami, Parishit Maharaj said, please elaborate the pastimes of Krishna. I want to hear. I'm very eager to hear. This is what Parishit Maharaj is telling Shukadeva Goswami. For your information, till 9th canto means almost 4 days are over. How many more days Parishit Maharaj has? Only 3 days. Sochiye, he has only 3 days and he's asking, please elaborately describe pastimes of Krishna. अगर हम होते तो हम बोलते थोड़ा क्रैश कोर्स में खत्म कर दीजिए. No, I'm going to die. I don't know if I'll be able to complete. But he was like very clear. I want to hear each and every detail of Krishna's pastime, each and every detail. And that is the time when Parishit Maharaj, he chanted this shloka, which talks about different categories of hearer. Please repeat after me. Nivrittatarshairupagiyamanad Nivrittatarshairupagiyamanad Bhavaushadakshotramanobhirama Bhavaushadakshotramanobhirama Kautamashlokagunanuvada Kautamashlokagunanuvada Puman virajyeta vina pashugna Puman virajyeta vina pashugna Nivrittatarshairupagiyamanad Bhavaushadakshotramanobhirama Kautamashlokagunanuvada Puman virajyeta vina pashugna. One Prabhu and one Mataji can decide, will follow. Yes, any Prabhu wants to decide. Oma Virajeta Vinapashugna. Mataji, anyone? See, this shloka will reveal that where do I stand in Krishna consciousness. So, three types of hearers, and there are three types of people who will never hear Krishna Katha. And for those three types of hearers, Krishna Katha reciprocates in three ways. So, how does that happen? Very beautifully, the shloka talks about. Srila Prabhupada says that we should hear Krishna Katha. Everyone should hear Krishna Katha. There are two types of Krishna Katha, Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Krishna Katha, that which is spoken by Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna Katha, the Katha of Krishna, they're free from all the material hankerings. So there are two categories in this. There are jnanis and there are jnanis and bhaktas. See, jnanis are the ones with a lot of austerity, with a lot of sattvic activities. They've come to a stage where they're somewhat free from all material hankerings. And bhaktas, by doing bhakti, they have tasted something higher pleasures, and they have given up the lower pleasures. So they are also free from material hankerings. But whom is Parikshit Maharaj speaking about? Is he speaking about jnanis or is he speaking about bhaktas? What do you say? Many people are saying, Prabhuji, आप ही बोलिए, आप क्लास दे रहे, मैं क्यों बोलूं? See what Parikshit Maharaj is talking about. Let's try to understand that. Who is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj? Shukadeva Goswami, his spiritual master. So Shukadeva Goswami, for good 16 years, he was there in the womb of his mother. Can you imagine when he was born? He was fully grown up child. And when he was born, he just left the house. He said, Hare Krishna, I'm going. He just left. He just left the house because right from his birth, he was Nivritta Trishna, Nivritta Tarshai, free from all material desires. He did not want to stay at home with parents. He did not want to live a material life. So in this way, he just left the home. And his father was running behind him. Who is his father? Shukadeva Goswami's father? Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is running behind him. Beta, kahan ja rahe ho? Come back, come back. Come back. But then he just left. But the problem with Shukadeva Goswami he was a liberated soul. But he was not a bhakta. That was the problem. He was an impersonalist. He was liberated, but he was impersonalist. Impersonalist means that person was attained the realization of Brahman, Brahma Jyoti. So that personality. So now, since he was not a devotee, it was very difficult. Vyasadeva was feeling. So Vyasadeva sent two of his disciples that both of you go in that direction where my son has gone. And both of you should chant these two shlokas. And he taught two shlokas, very, very beautiful shlokas, to his two disciples. Bakasur, nice names, no? Bakasur, Agasur, Baki, Putana. Actually, their names were Baka, Agha, Baki. So in future, if you all want to keep names of the kids. ये बार बार गिर क्यों रहा है ऐसे? Can you just tighten? You have any ways to tighten? नहीं वहाँ नहीं कर सकते. हाँ इधर इधर ये टाइट होना चाहिए. हाँ रहने दीजिए it's okay. Okay, anyways. So he's saying, Aho Bakiyam Stanakalakutam, this Baki, she applied stana, she applied Kalakuta poison on her stana, on her breast. Jigamsaya, she came with a mood to kill. Kill whom? Kill Krishna. She was Sadhavi, no qualities, no good qualities. And what happened? She came to kill Krishna. She fed the poisoned milk And guess what? What Krishna did? Leve gatim dhatri uchitam tatonya. He gave the position of mother or nurse in the spiritual world, dhatri. And therefore, here the shloka is Kamva dayalum sharanam vrejayma. Who is that person who is more merciful than Krishna? Is there anyone who is more merciful than Krishna? Say no. You have to say no. Actually, there's no one. Just imagine someone comes to kill you and you tell that person, please go to my home, go to my bedroom and sit there. Enjoy. That's what Krishna did. Go to my eternal abode. Enjoy. And this was chanted by those disciples. Who heard it? Shukadeva Goswami heard it when he was in the forest. And then Shukadeva Goswami's ears were straight now. Aur kya bolenge ye log? Then they started chanting the second shloka that was taught by Vyasadeva. Another very beautiful shloka. Please repeat. Baraha Pidam Natavara Vapo Karnayo Karnikaram Vibradvasah Kanakakapisham Vaijayantim Chamala Randhran Venur Adhara Sudhaya Purayan Gopa Vrandai Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirti. So very beautiful. Now the first shloka talked about quality of the Lord, the most merciful quality. And Shukadeva Goswami is hearing. And now the second shloka is about the beauty of Krishna. It says, Barha Pidam Natavara. The Lord is wearing a peacock feather on his head. See, we don't know Sanskrit, but Shukadeva Goswami was knowing. He was hearing, Barha Pidam Natavara, beautiful dancer's body. Dancer's form is what Krishna has. Very beautiful. And Krishna proved his dancing skills where? See, dancing on the straight floor, flat. If it is tiles with water, it's very difficult. Tiles with water, little curved. And you put oil on that. Oh. And if that is moving, imagine what will be the situation. Still, Krishna danced so amazingly that the denizens of heaven, they were seeing it. Wow, we cannot dance anytime like this. They were such great dancers and they were giving wonderful compliments to Krishna. Natavara Karnayo Karnikara. And Krishna has put beautiful Karnika flower, yellow flower on his ear. One or two? One or two? Some of our acharyas, they're saying 2 years. And one acharya says, no, not 2, 1. Sometimes Krishna would keep it here and remove that and keep it here. So 2. Karanayo Karnikaram Vibradvas Kanaka Kapisham, and dhoti that he was wearing, glittering yellow. Glittering yellow. Beautiful. Vaijayantim Chamalam, beautiful. 5-colored Vaijayanti flower garland. Forest flower garland. And Randhran Renu Radhara Sudaya is playing flute. In this way, Krishna is entering Vrindavan. This was the description. When Shukadeva Goswami heard this shloka, he couldn't control himself. He ran towards these two. And he said, Aur bolo. Hey, 2 shlok sikhaya tha. If you want to hear more, come to a spiritual master. Who is your spiritual master? Your father. Come. So that's how Shukadeva Goswami, by hearing these 2 shlokas, from an impersonalist, from a Brahmavadi, he became a pure devotee of the Lord. Can you imagine that? And after becoming a pure devotee, what did he do? Nivritta Tarshar, already he was Nivritta Tarshar. There was no material desires that he had. Now he started doing Upagiya Mana. He started loudly glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead after hearing from Vyasadeva. So, Shukadeva Goswami's loud glorification can be seen on the banks of Ganga, which went on for 7 days and 7 nights. See, for us, when we have 3 or 4 classes a day, our throat really pains at times. We have to keep drinking water, put some medicine in the mouth and keep speaking. But then Shukadeva Goswami continuously 7 days, 7 nights. No break in between. Can you imagine that? Anyone would like to try? We cannot speak anything. Forget about Krishna Katha. Even other subject matters, we cannot speak like this continuously. So Upagiya Manad here talks about pure devotees of the Lord who are free from material hankering, who are loudly glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the first line here. Nivritta Tarshay Upagiya Manad. Therefore, our acharyas say, this does not stand for jnanis. This stands for bhaktas, devotees. One more, any other devotee who loudly chant the glories of the Lord? Anyone else? Not from this center, I'm talking about Bhagavatam. Anyone? Yes? Just now. Narad Muni is that personality. He goes everywhere and he chants. Narada Muni bajai veena radhika ramana name. Wherever he goes, he chants the glories of Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna. So they are the ones. Nivritta Tarshay Upagiya Manad. So what is that made difference between the jnanis and bhaktas? What was the difference? Both are free from material desires. But what made the difference that we are calling this person as a bhakta? Upagiya Manad. What is that? Glorification of the Lord. That too not glorification in breaks and pauses. Continuous glorification of the Lord. This is Upagiya Manad. Therefore, liberated pure devotees, they continuously and intensely, therefore the word upa is used here, suffix upa. Intensely and continuously they glorify the Supreme Lord. So they glorify Supreme Lord, that's called Krishna Katha. And they also glorify the process of hearing Krishna Katha. They're two different things. They glorify Krishna Katha and they glorify process of hearing Krishna Katha. That's Shravanam. Now the question comes, why do they loudly glorify like this? Why? Okay, others can hear. But why they want others to hear? They are merciful. Very nice. They should also be liberated. See, they have experienced the power of Krishna Katha. They have experienced, they have got rid of the disease. Or what was the disease? Krishna. What is that? Okay, material disease. What was that we discussed? Tendency to enjoy. Maza. Yes. Tendency to enjoy. That's the disease. Since they have experienced of taking this medicine of Krishna Katha and removing the disease completely, they have experienced this great miracle in their life. Therefore, they want to glorify it loudly. This is point number one. Second point is they feel it so nectarian. When they speak Krishna Katha, when they hear Krishna Katha, they feel it very nectarian. This is what exactly our Gajendra is saying. Please repeat. Ekantino yasya na kanchanartham. ठीक है, दो में डिवाइड. एकांतिनो यस्य न कांचनार्थम वांछन्ति ये वै भगवत् प्रपन्नाः अति अद्भुतं तत् चरितं सुमंगलम गायन्तमानन्द समुद्रमग्नाः. So Gajendra, when he was stuck, crocodile had caught his leg. He was stuck and then he's praying to the Lord, and while offering prayers, he's remembering pure devotees. That how pure devotees offer prayers. And he is saying that, oh Lord, your unalloyed devotees, ekantino yasyana kanchanartham, they have no desire. They are all nivritta trishna. All your pure devotees are all nivritta trishna. They have only one desire, and that desire is they want to serve you, they want to please you. That's the only desire. See, whenever we have this doubt, am I a pure devotee? Do you get this doubt anytime? आता होगा आपको, बोल नहीं रहे humility के बारे में. Whenever we get this doubt, looks like I have become a pure devotee. Immediately the litmus test is, every moment do I think about giving pleasure to Krishna? Answer is no. आप झूठ बोल रहे. Yes होगा answer. Actually, answer is no. And when the answer is no, immediately we should understand we are not pure devotees. Because pure devotees ka ek hi hai bas. We want to give pleasure to Krishna. That's the mode of pure devotees. And this is what Gajendra is saying. And what are they always busy in? They're busy glorifying Ati Adbhutam, Charitam, Sumangalam. They're busy glorifying the Charita of Supreme Lord, the glories of Supreme Lord, which are Ati Adbhutam, which is really very wonderful, and Sumangalam, very, very auspicious. And when they're singing, Gayan Tamananda Samudra Magna, they're always drowning in the nectarian ocean of Krishna Katha. Therefore, see, unless and until the person is not tasting something, tell me, how can someone glorify Lord for 7 days, 7 nights? How is it possible? Very, very difficult. Very, if you don't have taste, if you're not tasting something, you cannot speak that. And therefore, here we understand all these devotees, they loudly glorify the glories of the Lord. They speak the glories of the Lord because they are tasting it, they're feeling it nectarian. So, two reasons, I said. First reason is, why do they loudly glorify the Supreme Lord? Because they have experienced of getting rid of the disease of material enjoyment. And second, they find it nectarian. Yes. Therefore, they loudly glorify. This is the first category. Nivritta tarshaihi upagiyamana. Do we belong to this category of hearers? They speak and they go on hearing and hearing and hearing. This is first category called muktas. They're liberated souls. उनको कुछ नहीं चाहिए जीवन में, बस कृष्ण कथा कोई बोलिए हम सुनते रहे. That is the mood. See, this is exactly how Srila Prabhupada lived his last days. Srila Prabhupada was lying on his bed in Vrindavan and he would ask his disciples to read from Krishna book. अभी बताइए कृष्णा बुक किसने लिखा है? Who wrote Krishna book? Srila Prabhupada. Are you sure? Doubt है लग रहा है. Srila Prabhupada, no, he gave us Krishna book. And when devotees would read Krishna book, Prabhupada would be ecstatic. Ecstatic hearing that. This is the glory of pure devotees. They want to hear the same thing again and again and again because they find it very, very nectarian. They are the first category, muktas, liberated souls. Nivritta Trishna, Nivritta Tarshaya Rupagiyamana. This is the first category. Okay, let's talk about second category. Second categories are mumukshu. Mumukshu or bhavaushada in our discussion. Mumukshus mean sadhakas. Sadhakas who are aspiring to advance in bhakti. Sadhakas who want to advance in bhakti, want to become a mukta. They are called as mumukshu. Okay. So how do mumukshus or sadhakas, they take Krishna Katha as, because first category they were taking it as nectar. They were hearing it as nectar. Second category of devotees, how do they hear it? They hear it as a medicine. What did you hear? They hear it as medicine. Because they know very well that I have got a disease. What is a disease? Tendency to maza. That's a disease. They know that they have that disease. Yes. And therefore, they want some medicine to get rid of this disease. In fact, many people outside, they don't know they have this disease. Only after they come to a center like this and then to sit together and hear a shloka like this, and we hear, oh, it's a disease. Oh, I thought this is normal. This is actually a disease. And when we realize that this is a disease, then we ask people, oh, medicine kya hai? How to get rid of this disease? Do you have some medicine? And immediately the answer is Krishna Katha is the medicine. Therefore, he said, Aushadhi. What Aushadhi this is? See the word. Bhavaushadhi. This is Bhavaushadhi. Bhava means, okay, material world. Bhava rog, material disease. And today we have understood what is a material disease. So this is Aushadhi for this Bhava roga. Therefore, it's called as Bhavaushadhi. Now, the best part of this medicine is, see, normally medicines are very bitter. Yes. And when we take medicine, it's very difficult to take the medicine. But this medicine is very sweet. That's the characteristic of this medicine. Very sweet medicine. And how does this medicine act? You have to just keep hearing. And when you keep hearing, this medicine enters through ears. Normally we take medicine through mouth, but this medicine enters through ears. and immediately it goes to the heart because the disease is there in the heart and it removes the disease. And these are not my words, this is what Bhagavatam is saying. Please repeat. Shranvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Tirtha Nishevana Ridantasto Yabhadrani Vidunoti Suhrutsata. Here it is said, anyone who hears Krishna Katha, what happens? The glories of the Lord enters our heart and our heart gets cleansed. One more sloka that we chant during just before the Bhagavatam class begins. Please repeat. Nashta praesha bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatya uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki nashta praesha bhadreshu. To a great extent, the contamination from the heart is removed. To a great extent. Just by hearing Krishna Katha. But there's one condition for taking this medicine. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam. This medicine has to be taken nityam. What is nityam? Always. And Srila Prabhupada makes our life easy by saying daily. At least daily take this medicine once. And that's what is the Bhagavatam class that Srila Prabhupada instituted here in ISKCON. Every day at 8 o'clock in all the ISKCON temples all around the world, the Bhagavatam class begins. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. So just by hearing Krishna Katha every day, the medicine has to be taken daily. Then we can expect that the heart will be cleansed. So this is the first thing that the medicine does. And now currently our situation is that when we are taking this medicine, we understand that we have got material disease and therefore we want to take medicine. So when we take this medicine, you know what happens? Nivritta Trishna happens with us also. So all that material desires is removed from the heart. And when we go on taking this, Srila Prabhupada, he writes in the purport to this shloka, he says, we actually see that even young boys and girls in Krishna consciousness movement have given up their long practice of bad habits like illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. Because Krishna consciousness is so potent that it gives them full satisfaction. They're no longer interested in material sense gratification. So Krishna consciousness replaces the enjoyment in material consciousness. This is the glory that Srila Prabhupada is saying. So when we go on taking medicine, the next thing that takes place is we start feeling sweetness. Sweetness of the medicine itself. Because when I said that medicine is sweet, Krishna Katha is sweet, not everyone will be able to accept that. Both all of us, right? If I continue the class for next 3 hours, so you always say, Prabhuji, you continue, we'll come. Chida is waiting for us outside. We'll come. You continue. How up? You continue. It's very difficult. And what do you think? I'll be able to speak for 3 hours? Again, that's very difficult. Therefore, the point is, since as of now we don't feel that sweetness, we don't want to take this medicine regularly. But then if we take it regularly, Srila Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita, he says, you'll start feeling the sweetness step by step. Yes, another shloka, Nectar of Instruction, shloka 7. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapa Vidya Pitoptara Sanasya Narochikanu Kintvadaradhanudinam Khalu Saiva Jushta Swadvikramat Bhavati Tadgadamula Hantri. So see, this verse says that as of now, Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, we are feeling it bitter. But this shloka says, Kintvadarad Anudinam Khalu Saiva Jushta. If you take it every day, you take the medicine every day, then this disease that we have, because of which we feel Krishna Katha to be bitter, we'll start feeling Krishna Katha to be very sweet. But ये step by step होगा, एक साथ नहीं होने वाला. Slowly we'll start feeling the sweetness, and finally स्वाद्वी क्रमात् भवति तद्गत मूलहंतरि. फिर जड़ से उखाड़ा जाएगा इस disease को. Completely it will be removed. But there is a condition. किंद्वा दराद, आदर के साथ इस मेडिसिन, इस औषधि को लेना. First condition was nitya, every day. Second condition is take it with respect. So therefore, two conditions are there if when we are taking this medicine. One is you take this medicine daily, and second is you take this medicine with respect. Basically, don't commit offenses when you're taking this medicine. That's the point. So anyone who takes this medicine like this, that person will be converted from mumukshu to mukta. This is what will happen. So first is our heart will be cleansed. Second is we'll start feeling sweetness. And third, one day we will become a mukta. And these are not my words again. This is again from Srimad Bhagavatam. Kunti Maharani is chanting this. Please repeat. Shrenvanti Gayanti Grinanti Abhikshnaşah Smaranti Nandanti Tavehitam Janah Ta eva Pashyanti Achirena Tavakam Bhava Prabhahu Paramam Padambhujam. She is saying that anyone who continuously Abhikshnaşah Shrenavanti, what do you mean by Shrenavanti? Hears. Then Gayanti, Grinanti, repeatedly when someone does this. Nandanti, if you're not able to, at least appreciate the ones who are doing it. वो कितने अच्छे से सुन रहे देखो वो लोग. मैं तो सुन नहीं पाता, but they are so great. Just by appreciating others continuously and always remembering such people and always remembering Krishna Katha. Kunti Maharani, she is saying that they are the ones who will see your lotus feet very soon. And for them, the cycle of birth and death will cease. They'll be able to break the cycle of birth and death. So from mumukshu, the person has become mukta. So this is the third category of hearers. That is mumukshu category. Do we belong to this category? Sadhakas? एकदम confused हो गए. पता नहीं third category क्या बोलेंगे. Okay, let's hear third category, then we'll talk about which category we belong to. Third category, what is third category? Shrotra Manobhirama. And Sridhar Swami says this category is called as Vishayi. Vishayi means जो विषय में आसक्त हो, Vishayi, materialist. See, even when a materialist hears Krishna Katha, they say, आज तो मजा आ गया एकदम. They get pleasure. Therefore, this word is used, Mano Abhirama. Shrotra Manobhirama. So they feel a great pleasure for the ears and for the mind. Manaha and for ears, Shrotra. They feel a great pleasure. And therefore they say, Maza aa gaya. So Krishna Katha for the Muktas is Atmaranjan. Satisfies them completely. And for the Vishayis, Krishna Katha is Manoranjan. Therefore they say, Maza aa gaya. वो आज प्रभुजी ने क्या बताया वो वाला pastime. And sometimes you see when people hear butter stealing pastimes of Krishna, people are so happy. Amazing, this is such a humor, such a great humor. And then sometimes, when people want some action scenes, okay, killing demons, how Krishna was killing demons. Every demon Krishna killed in a different way. Okay, let's have a quiz. How did Krishna kill Dhenukasur? Okay, Dhenukasur is what sort of demon? Horse or a donkey? Okay, donkey. How did he kill this donkey? हाँ? नहीं, उसके साथ बाकी भी थे तो Krishna killed so many donkeys over there. Simple है. He held, you're very close. Tail के साथ होते legs. He held the behind legs, hind legs, And then he swirled it and then he threw. Both, one side Balram, one side Krishna. They both had two donkeys in their hand and they were like, okay, how did Krishna kill Keshi? Keshi is a donkey or a horse? Okay. Haribol. So when the horse came, the mouth was open and it was running to gulp Krishna. Can you imagine? Mahaprasade Govinda and like mouth is open. And then, yes, no, there's no difference between Prasad and Krishna, but you cannot eat Krishna like this. He was mouth open. And when Krishna saw the mouth open, he just put his hand inside. And at that time, Krishna increased the size of his hand in the throat of Keshi, and Keshi died. Okay, one more demon. Arishtasur. How did Krishna kill Arishtasur? Okay, Arishtasur, horse or donkey? Or a bull? Third option. Okay, how did he kill the bull? He held the hind legs to nahi starting mein. He held the horns, yes. He held the horns. He held the horn and did the needful. So in this way, when someone wants action scenes, here are the action scenes. And some people, they're very lusty. And they're like, Prabhuji, romantic scenes. I remember I had gone to one house and then I spoke some katha. And after that, one person came, the host. I think, Prabhuji, thoda wo leela bataiye na. Bola, kaun si leela? I was knowing what he's talking about. वो जो ISKCON में ज़्यादा बोलते नहीं हैं वो ना कौन सी मुझे रासलीला के बारे में बताइए थोड़ा कुछ मतलब भाई तो अपने औकात देख बाद में रासलीला के बारे में बात करते हैं. See, when someone wants something like this, so there are scenes where Krishna is dancing with lakhs of gopis. Lakhs of gopis. Sometimes I wonder why Krishna has to manifest all these pastimes. And the answer is Krishna wants to attract everyone's heart. Doesn't matter which category you belong to. And where you want some mystical pastimes, Krishna lifts Govardhan. Left hand, little finger, 7 days, 7 nights, 7-year-old boy. He is lifting. Mystical. Very mystical. And the most mystical part is he lifts the Govardhan and he tells everyone, please come under Govardhan. सोचे अगर हम लोग होते वहां जाते हम लोग नीचे would have been scared. छोटा बच्चा कभी भी छोड़ दे. What would happen to us? Yes, mystical pastime and very emotional, heart-touching pastimes. And Krishna Lila, any pastime you all want to, very heart-touching. Krishna leaving Vrindavan, that was so heart-touching. It's heart-drenching pastime, that is. Yes. So in this way, when even a materialist of Vishayi, say he comes by mistakenly, he comes to the center, and then he sits and he hears Katha. For them also, Shrotra Manobhirama, they start feeling very nice because for them, it's Manoranjan. And if they continue doing Manoranjan with time from Vishayi, they start becoming Mumukshu. And when they continue there, from Mumukshu, they become Mukta. Wow. Someday when we came to the center, we were also Vishayis. What do you say? आप लोग नहीं होंगे मैं तो था. We wanted to hear more and sometimes inquisitiveness. और बताइए अच्छा लग रहा है और बताइए. And वो सुनते अभी देखिए क्या हो गया हमारा. Yes. So this is the greatness of hearing Krishna Katha. So these are the 3 categories, and all of us we can check which category we belong to. Sanatan Goswami has a question. Which category Parikshit Maharaj belongs to? Nivritta Tarshay Upagiyamana Bhavaushada Shrotra Manobhiram. Which category? Mumukshu. Nivritta Tarshay. एक ही बचा अभी और एक. See, actually, Parikshit Maharaj is Mukta. He's actually a Mukta. He's a liberated soul. जिन्होंने माँ के कोख में भगवान का दर्शन कर लिया. The one who had taken darshan of the Lord in the womb of his mother. He's a Mukta. Everyone knows, right? He had taken darshan in the womb of his mother. But out of his humility, Parikshit Maharaj considers himself to be a Vishayi. Can you imagine that? Yes. This is the humility. And therefore, we should also understand which category we belong to. Not out of humility, but that is a fact. But those devotees who are very eager to advance in bhakti, they take this as a medicine. If you're taking this medicine with that two condition, it means you're in the category of moksha. But if you are just coming and ask to bus maza aa gaya ekdam, means abhi still we are vishayis. You know, we have not yet elevated ourselves to the next category. I hope the three categories are clear. So now, in this shloka, the next thing that is spoken is, who are those who will not hear Krishna Katha? See the next two lines. Kauttama shloka gunanuvada tuman virajyeta vina pashugna. Who are those people who will not hear Krishna Katha? And the answer is Pashugna. The ones who are Pashugna, they are the ones who will not hear Krishna Katha. Now our Acharya, see our Acharyas are very amazing. They say there are three categories of Pashugna. First one, they say it is Apashugna. Apashu basically means spirit soul. Apashu is shok, that which is free from shok, that which is free from hunger, thirst, lamentation, everything. That is spirit soul. So that so see, when we talk about spirit soul, what is the constitutional position of spirit soul? We all are servants of Krishna. Jivera Swarup hoy, Krishnera Nitya Das. So we all know this theoretically. Yes, we are servants of Krishna. So servants of Krishna means we are supposed to chant, read, hear, and so on. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, and so on. Yes. But when we don't do this, so what are we trying to do? We are trying to do something which is not according to our constitutional position. It means we are killing ourselves. This is called as killer of the soul, Pashugna. And is also called as Atmaha. This is another word that is used, Atmaha. In a very beautiful shloka, which comes in 11th canto. Okay, please repeat. Nrideham Madhyam Sulabham Sudurlabham Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karnadharam Mayanukulena Nabhasvateritam Puman Bhavabhim Nataretsa Atmaha. See, we have got a very rare human form. Do you all know we have got a rare human form? Everyone knows? Oh. So anyone who knows that we have got a rare human form, that person will be very serious in bhakti. Because he understands, I've got a plava, I've got a boat, and on the boat, I have a Guru Karana Dharam, I've got a captain who is Guru, who is actually steering the boat in the right direction. And I've got mercy of the Lord in the form of favorable winds. And even after getting all these facilities, if someone does not attain Krishna, that person is called as a murderer. Atmaha, killer of self. Now, all of us, after getting a human form and getting association of devotees, getting a guru like Prabhupada, his books and his teaching and everything, if we don't attain Krishna, what will be called as? Atma, ha, and another word, Pashugna. Pashugna, killer of Pashu or soul. So in this way, we understand that knowingly when someone keeps oneself away from bhakti, that person is called as killer of one's own self. And he cannot hear Krishna Katha. वो जानबूझ के दूर रह रहा है ना, कैसे सुनेगा कृष्ण कथा? देखो नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर सिंग्स मनुष्य जन्म पाया राधा कृष्ण ना भजिया जानिया शुनिया विषय खाइनु. We shouldn't be singing this at the time of death. As in, at the time of death, we are thinking, oh, everything I had such a wonderful association, but I didn't take it seriously. I knowingly drank poison. And what is that poison? Maza. That is the poison. Material enjoyment is the poison. So this is the first category, that is apashugnan or atmahan. Purposely the person keeps oneself away from Krishna consciousness. Second category, pashugana, means, see, in the past, there were people who would kill animals and put it in sacrificial fire. For what? They wanted to go to heavenly planets. And mood was what? I want to enjoy. Same, यहाँ जो disease वहाँ लेके जाना चाहते थे. And enjoy there. I want to enjoy in heavenly planets. And here our acharyas say, such people who want to upgrade their material enjoyment can never hear Krishna Katha because they will be very busy upgrading their material enjoyment. Even today, when people are so busy upgrading their houses and upgrading their interiors, and this clothes and that, going here and there, upgrading their enjoyment, hearing Krishna Katha becomes very difficult. You call them for the program, they would say, time nahi hai hamare paas. What are you doing? I'm upgrading myself. And Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, those who upgrade, they cannot actually focus on Krishna Katha. Please repeat. Bhogaishwarya prasaktana daya purata chetasa vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhav na vidhiyate. So here it is said, those people who are asakta for bhoga and aishwarya. I don't think you need translation for this now. Such people, they can never be one-pointed in devotional service. They cannot hear Krishna Katha. So this second category. I hope you got the second category. First category, those who purposely keep themselves away from Krishna consciousness. Second category, those who are busy upgrading their material life, material enjoyment. And third category, Pashugna means butcher. Who is a butcher? Who kills animals. Or those who eat meat. They are the ones very difficult to focus on Krishna consciousness. Once a sage, he was just passing by and he saw 4 people and he gave 4 different blessings to them. You know what was the blessings? Please repeat. Rajaputra chiram jiva Majiva muniputraka Jivava marava sadho Vyadama jiva mamara. So he saw a Rajaputra, a prince. And looking at him, he said, Rajaputra chiram jiva. He said, may you have a long life. May you live long. Why he said that? Because in this life he has got all luxury. And because of that luxury, he might have committed sinful activities. And because of that, when he dies, he has to suffer. So he's saying, anyways, you have to suffer after dying. You live long so that you can enjoy more. Therefore, he gave the blessing, Rajaputra Chiram Jiva. Then he saw Muniputra, a son of a sage, a brahmachari. Looking at him, he said, Ma Jiva Muniputraka. Oh, son of a sage, you don't live, die immediately. And why he said that? Because he's living such a pure life. If he stays more in the material world, he'll get contaminated. And when he gets contaminated, he'll go to hell. Now, since you're living a pure life, die now and go back to Vaikuntha. This was the blessing. Then he saw a devotee. Jivava marova sadhu. You live or you die, both are same. While living, you glorify Krishna. You deliver yourself, you deliver others. And after dying, you're going back, come back to Godhead. For you, doesn't matter. You live or die, it's same. But he came to a butcher, a Vyadha, a hunter, and he said, Vyadha ma jiva ma mara. You don't live, don't die. Because when you're living, you're such heinous activities you're performing. And when you will die, you'll go to hell. And there you have to suffer. Better you don't live, don't die. I really don't know what does that mean. But it's a very good blessing is what I felt. But such people who are blessed like this, don't live, don't die, they are the ones who will not be able to hear Krishna Katha. So 3 Pashugnas we have discussed. Apashugna, Pashugna, Pashugna. Atmaha, the one who purposely keep themselves away from Krishna consciousness. Second, those who are busy upgrading their luxuries in material life. And third, the killers, the animal killers. Yes. So in this way, this is the shloka which talks about 3 types of hearers and 3 types of people who don't hear Krishna Katha. Srila Prabhupada highlights a very important thing in the purport. He says that the speaker who is speaking, if he has to create an impact in the audience, he should be free from material desires. He should be a Nivritta Tarshai. Upagiyamana. If he is Nivritta Tarshay, then he can glorify the Lord. Upagiyamana. The only desire that the speaker should have is, I just want to serve Krishna, please Krishna. That's it. Then he becomes qualified to speak. Srila Prabhupada writes for all the preachers sitting here. This is the purport for us. A qualified reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam gives the right medicine, bhavaushadhi, for the conditioned souls. The Krishna consciousness movement is therefore trying to train qualified preachers to recite Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita throughout the entire world, so that people in general in all parts of the world may take advantage of this moment and thus be relieved of the threefold miseries of material existence. So Prabhupada is saying, in ISKCON, we are training very nice speakers, and the training for the speakers is to become Nivritta Tarshayi, free from material desires, material hankerings. When the person is free from material hankerings, then the person can create an impact on the entire world. Like A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. What an impact he created. What an impact. Because the only desire that he had is he wants to please his Guru, he wants to please Krishna. That's it. And nothing else. Similarly, if you want to get best results when you're hearing Krishna Katha, so the qualification of the hearer is also mentioned. A hearer should also be free from material hankerings. So if the person is here, is free from material hankerings, he'll be able to hear with rapt attention. You see, all of us, even for myself when I sit and hear, we'll hear with rapt attention, and then suddenly we'll get distracted. And then everyone laughs, and then we come back. Kya bole, Prabhuji? And again we are back. For some time, again we get distracted. How many of us, when we sit and read Srimad Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, we get distracted and feel like closing it? How many of you? Maximum. And others who are not raising hands, they might not be opening only to close. I understand, no problem. So why does that happen? Srila Prabhupada says, no one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. No one can be pure in mind who is not pure in action. And no one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. If our eating, sleeping, mating, and defending are not pure, we'll not be able to have rapt attention in studying Srimad Bhagavatam or hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. Therefore, with time, we have to keep taking medicine. And with time, we'll come to the stage of Nivritta Tarshayi. Speakers also, all the preachers, we have to keep taking the medicine more and more, and we should come to the platform Nivritta Tarshayi. And then, such speaker and such hearers are the ones, they are the ones who can never stop speaking and hearing Krishna Katha. And that example is Parishit Maharaj and Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami is free from all material desires. Parishit Maharaj free from all material desires. And they both are going on and on and on, without food, without water, without sleep. 7 days, 7 nights full. This is what is called as impact of those who are free from material desires, and only desire is to please Krishna. The only thing after hearing this shloka and understanding our position in Krishna consciousness, one thing that we should do is every day, without fail, take the medicine with honey mat boliye, with respect. Every day take the medicine with respect, so that we get freed from material disease. What is the material disease that we have tendency to? Maza, correct. Tendency to enjoy. This is the material disease that we have. Guess what? When we become purified, we will become powerful doctors. Now we are patients, later we'll become powerful doctors. And we, as powerful doctors, will be able to administer this powerful medicines in all those conditioned souls in this material world. Therefore, our seva now is to get cured and later help others to get cured. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, any questions anyone wants to ask?
Krishna Prabhuji.
Thanks.
Only first when we saw the three categories, then I thought we are like the same. Then another three, then I'm thinking the last one, I mean, mostly also. So it's like,
No, but not exactly, because you're sitting here and hearing and you're asking me a question. It means you're not in the second three categories. You're one of the first three. Maybe the first one. No, anyone who is regularly coming, sitting and hearing, they are blessed. They're empowered to hear. Yes. Therefore, I always say, don't miss these Sunday classes. And you'll not get a center like this, like Sarjapur Center, with such nice ambience and such wonderful speakers coming, every Sundays. You'll not get a center like this. So when you have an opportunity, come sit and hear. So none of you belong to Pashugna category. That's what I can say. Maybe either you belong to Vishayi or Mumukshu. I'm sure there are some Muktas who are trying to hide themselves. But there are some. So in this way, we belong to the first three. Very nice.
Srila Prabhupada, that on 20th June, he writes to Denver, 1975. The Holy Name is so powerful that even by chanting with offense, gradually becomes pure.
Yeah. Yes.
Therefore, we should not give up chanting. In circumstances, we should go on chanting correct. And even with offense also, liberated.
No, with offense you'll not get liberated. With offense, with offense when you chant.
Yeah, exactly.
So you come to certain level. And then if you want to go beyond that, you have to come to the stage of Namabhas to get liberated. So that should be purified from offenses. And Prabhupada says, even with offenses when you chant, you'll get liberated. It means, with offenses you chant, you're supposed to cross
we
beyond
step forward.
offenses.
Step forward.
Yes. It's almost like when we say, this small kid, one day he'll start running. Yes. So it means what? One day he'll become very strong and then he'll be able to run. Similarly, all of us, we have to become free from offenses one day and chant. Very nice. Good shloka. Good quote. Thank you. Okay, we can end because already it's time. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. La Prabhupada ki jai.